Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome back to Terminus Zombie Survivors. This is the start of our brand new run. Now, I was going to do the trade house ending on this one, but no, I want to try out something different. Now, we know in the 1.1 patch, they introduced fighting with the fortified houses. We haven't done that yet, so I want to test and show that off to people. I don't know how tough it is going to be fighting them, and also, I'm going to be doing it with a single survivor. And we're not going to take any companions on this run. So I'm setting myself some tough challenges, and we're going to go for probably the full world domination. It means we've got to build a flag at every single location. But because we're only going to be doing it with a single character, it does mean the food and water is going to be a lot easier to keep under control compared to it has been in the previous runs. So this is going to be a very long run. Let me set up the character and I'll bring you back. Okay, welcome back. Person I'm going to be doing it with is one we haven't tried before, is the engineer. So what is the engineer skills? Level 1, 20% less materials, because again, if we got to craft a flag at every location, we want to get this up to level 3 as soon as possible, so the flags are a lot cheaper to repair, so we haven't got to keep backtracking later. That's the one we're going to go with up there. The extra points, I've put one in observation, because we do need to be able to see the zombies and not keep walking into traps. Put one into combat, one into strength, and he's a dex 5, so we will be crafting his own spears, and we will be using that a lot in this run. Now, I think he also has jack of all trades. Basically, I think he has access to every single recipe in the game. Not cooking, you have to find all the cooking ones, but he has all the crafting ones. So we should have access to like the advanced repair kits and the really tough recipes. Probably some of the items we've never seen in any of our runs. So that will be interesting to play with. Now, the traits I've given, we're going to go with lucky person so we can find an additional item. Because again, the sooner we can build these flags and cross a zone off, the better it's going to be and the faster the run will be. And because I had 3 points spare, I've given vegetarian. It is going to be a single character run. If he finds a companion, he will be killing them. So it's a full domination, full solo run this one will be. And let's get started onto the game. Oh, just before I go into there, I'm doing my usual permadeath. I'm doing my usual apocalypse. I did look under the sandbox settings, but there was nothing on there that really standed out. I mean, I could cut pickpockets and bandits off, but there was nothing in there really for me to make it more difficult, except for the scenarios. But because we're doing it solo, and we've done the crowded multiple times, I am just doing the standard sanctuary on this one. Now, there is one called the out of stock, where all furniture's broke and you get 90% less items. That would not work in a run like this. I'm not going to be using that one. We will do that in a future run. So I'm just going to have it on the standard sanctuary default, permadeath apocalypse with Remington. And let's get started. I'm eager to start onto this one. I've not played with this character before. And it is going to be nice, first running ages, where I'm not going to have to keep 3-4 people fed and watered. And that's just the usual one, the Terminus. Again, we're not going to be doing the Terminus, but if we do find a radio, we can get some good location data from the radios. I mean, this run would be probably better with a driver, because you have access to every single location at the start, and then if you do find a car, you can move around so much easier. But no, let's make it a little more challenging for us. So the first thing we want to do is just loot everything in the media. We will be picking up everything, that's why I'll give strength 1. We do start with an hammer, so that's good, so we can repair doors and windows if we need to sleep at night. I haven't found a tent in a run in a long time, so I would like to find a tent. Let's see which gear. Well, that gives me 2.8, so I'm just going to put that one on. Because you can get bonuses if you're warm. So yeah, 0.28 bonus because we're warm. Again, we're not taking any damage for a long time. Well, that's a very good book to start off with. The last run we didn't really get that much luck with books, but yeah, an observation book as a solo run is absolutely fantastic. And a pillow so we can sleep faster. If we sleep faster, that means we can do more at the night times. And we're just taking everything at the moment. We've got nothing else, so let's go straight into the next turn. And I will try and run this as quick as I can. And I will also do the inventory management off screen if we find a car. But we won't have as much inventory management in this because we're only going to be using the one character. So everything in here is done. We know there's a stick out there which might be used for a wooden needle to repair gear. And I'm pretty certain this is going to be another room. It is. So let's go to the furthest square we can. Same as usual, I do want to run around. Oh, we've got no AP till next time. I do want to run around and make sure there's no cars on the locations, because if we do find a car, it will make our life a lot simpler if we can find a gas station as well. And because we're not going to have to worry too much... Actually, we haven't picked up water. I thought we did. I was going to say take the water if we've got it. We don't need to hold on to it. Again, we've got a lot of screwdrivers. We can end up using them as weapons. The knife will be a weapon, but we don't want that to break because we use that for spears. Now, talking of spears, let's go into the crafting menu and see what options we've got. Now, we've got all the recipes, so again, there's going to be probably stuff on here I've never seen. So yeah, we've got the advanced hand crank generator. I don't think I've ever done that. Advanced repair kit is fantastic. It can repair... We're a max dex character, so we can repair probably a weapon up to 100%. I think it's 10 times in an advanced synthesize module. Ah, that's for the vaccine ending. We're not doing that, but that's nice to see that you can pick up the recipe with this character. Net fish traps. We might set up a base if we can find a car. Long machete spears, long knife spears. Again, we'll be trying to turn any knives into these spears and try and get a good proficiency with those weapons. We have all the bats. We can make pots and pans, because again, that's normally a big issue at the very start of the game. You haven't got a pot or a pan for the cooking. Well, that means we can also make the lighters. Probably only can make the makeshift lighter then, if that's the case. Fire starters there. The one I'm more interested in at the moment, and we got the bone glue recipe as well. That's very good. Just a bone and scrap. So again, we do want to pick up plastic when we see it. Is the flags. It's going to cost us 5 rags, 16 threads, and a stick. So if we can try to get that together while I'm on this tile, then we won't have to come back to this tile ever. And then we just look on the main map for what ones we've got the flags, and we know we haven't got to go back there once we've cleared a zone. Because what is a... There's a reading desk. There's no couch. It's not really a great location. So we've got no AP, so let's pass a turn. And let's go and explore the outside. Go up to that corner. I've still got enough to react if there's a zombie. And that will give me another 5. Okay, that's fine for now. So where are we going to be looking at going on the map? Actually, that's a good location for the dangerous places. So we could go up this end. But again, we have got to explore everything. So I might just go across the bottom and try and be systematic, working all the way up. So I really want to get to this safe place down here. Let's pass a turn. Let's go and collect that stick because we know we need them for the flags. Now, unfortunately, there's no zombies on this tile. So that does mean... Actually, I can go straight down there, and that should give me visibility of all this as well. Yeah, no car on the first location. We will have to pop back here to do a flag as soon as we have, but we've only got the one cloth. Until we can see some zombies to kill, that's when we start getting the rags and cloths. So what do I need to go through? 10. So next turn I can go through. Nothing in the immediate vicinity, but I can't do a lot until I can get some AP. So let's pass a turn. And let's go straight into the house. Okay, this is a lot better. It's got a couch, but it is right the way down in the bottom right corner of the map. So it is a little bit out the way. Let's come up here and search this. Keepsake collector, very nice. Extra drops. We've got a couple of books, and we've got a street map already as well. That is a very good item. I very rarely see these in runs. A needle, 100% condition. That's the best item for repairing gear in the game. It gives so much condition to gear. You use less AP to fix them then. But yeah, that's a fantastic find. And again, it is a rare item. I don't see in many runs. Like the tent is another one. I really want the tent so I can sleep at like a park or something like that. I can break down some of this gear on us. Which I might actually do, saying that. Because I can dismantle that and it will give me rags. Keep the highest one, keep the low one. Because normally you want to keep about 2 to 3 pieces of gear, so when you do go into the colder months. And we have got a pillow and a blanket, that's just fantastic. Got 2 rags down there. I'm actually going to break down the towel as well, because I very rarely use towels. Okay, we got no AP, so next turn we'll do that. Just trying to remind myself on the flag. We will need 16 threads, so I need to break 1 more down, and then I need another 4 rags. So all we need is rags now, which we can get from clothing, as you've just saw. And there's no option for us to break any of this down, is there? No, I think that's on a different job. Okay, it's quiet with zombies at the moment, but again, we are not using the 3x zombies. We said we need rags, so let's go and pick up the rag. Did we pick up any gloves? We didn't, so we can't... Oh, okay, I thought that was a zombie at the top. It's not. Because I saw the blood splatter. And a fishing rod and a still pot. Oh, there's some gloves. Very nice. We could make the knife spear, but I want to keep that knife because we need it for some crafting recipes. So let's just do a standard spear. We've got enough weapons at the moment that I don't need to rush to do this. I can do it when I'm sleeping tonight. And let's just pass a turn, get some AP. Electric siphon pump. Again, we're getting very, very lucky on our drops in this run. Coffee for some morale. Let's just eat that straight away. And we'll take all that, and then we can break down the worst of these two. So which one's the worst? 1.3. We'll break down that. Oh, we need some AP, so let's pass a turn. And then we'll probably want to use a street map before we do anything else. Crafting menu, breakdown. I'm actually tempted to break down both if I could make a flag from it. No, I need 2 more rags. I'm going to break down the blanket. I know it's a very good find this early in the game. But it will allow me to build up a flag already, so I haven't got to come back to this zone. And we've already got it. So we need to place that down on the next turn. Where are we going to be going? We haven't got enough to do a search on the street map, so let's pass a turn. And let's do a search on that street map. Let's see if we can get some locations. So there is one over here. I can get a 1. Can I get a 2 anywhere around there? I can get a 2, but it's 6. What about down this side? Get 2 for 4 there. We'll drop a flag here. I don't think we can get to the restaurant from here, so we'd have to go back up. So we'll go to the house we haven't been to yet. So we want to be leaving out that side up there. Okay, where are we going to go? I want to come out here. And just make sure there wasn't any cars or crops or anything we could use. We haven't picked up any food. I mean, that would be good to make into a meal. I think I'm just going to eat these. I don't need the morale from there at the moment, so I'm not going to take that. And we've got some water, so we can take the water. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And we'll stop here until next turn. Now, our energy isn't the best. I think we need to keep down here. We've got enough books and some crafting to do overnight. We haven't got a torch to go into the next one, so yes, I am going to have to use this as a base overnight. And we'll use that room there because it's got no windows to cover, because we haven't got any rags anymore. Actually, I needed to go there, didn't I? Close that door. Let's get some AP. I want to go there just to make sure nothing's zoned for the top. And I want to place that flag down. I forgot that. You have to uncover all the black tiles before it'll let you to put the flag down. Okay, so we're in the night time now. So as you see, we don't have much visibility except for the square I'm on. Books, that's going to increase that. Is going to be like night eyes is something I really want to get as soon as possible. So all I'm going to be doing for the first night is I'm going to probably repair some gear. Actually, we've got no thread, so we can't. So I'll just craft up the spear and I'll read these books. We'll start doing the observation first because I think that's going to be the... Actually, I'll do the keepsake collector first. Extra items, do a couple of little street maps, and then I'll bring you back unless something happens throughout the night. Just bringing you back. It's just turned midnight and we finished the first book already, the keepsake collector. And now we're just going to go to sleep. Okay, welcome back. I did make a bit of an error on the night before. And accidentally broke down the water bottle. Now, we did drink up the alcohol. So our water is a little thirsty at the moment, so we do need to find some water on this day. It is 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'm safe to go out. So I need to uncover all these black spots around here, and the one in the top there, before I can drop the flag down. Go to that corner, I think I can uncover those. Let's get the stick, because we know we need them for the flags. How many AP am I getting? 11, so that's fine, I'll just wait the next turn. Then I want to come to this corner here, try and get it as quick as possible and as cheap as possible. And then we need to get to that top corner. That should uncover it. Brilliant. Now we should be able to put our flag down. First zone is already dealt with. I did do a search on the map, so we know this is going to be an house. So that's where we want to aim to next. We haven't been to there. That was the one we come from. To get to the restaurant, I'd have to come round this way. But if we do miss zones where we can't put the flag down, I could have done with picking up that plastic, but I'm not going back for it. But yeah, if we come across zones and miss them, when we get a car, it's going to be easy to come back. Now, first level up, I really did want to go with 20% less materials. That means I can craft flags a lot faster. But fast learning... Did we know this is going to be a long run? Yeah, fast learning, it has to be. The class skill's always going to be there, and I need to pass a turn. Now, we do have some drugs on us for morale. I think I'm just going to take them. Because if we keep the morale high, that's going to give us more AP in turn. We'll keep them, we're not going to waste it, and the energy drink is an emergency item. We do have some canned corn, I'm just going to eat it. Just so we don't take any damage from the satiety. And we do have some scrap metal because I broke down a couple of screwdrivers. I want to see what we need to craft the axes. Because we've got the recipe. Wrong menu. I need to be in the crafting menu there. Axe. We would need 8 scrap metal, but that could go down to 5 when we get his class skill to level 3. So we can go through, and then we've got about 3 AP. So we just got to hope we don't have anybody in the immediate vicinity, which are not. And I'm collecting the plastic because I know I need it for one of the makeshift lighters with a battery. Now, we are content because of the morale. So that means we are getting slightly more AP back. Yeah, content 0.19. So I'm only barely getting a little bit back. Let's go and collect the stone. And our first zombie, which is great because we need the cloths. And we do have a good assortment of weapons. I think the first one I really want to get down is the machete. Because the machete then I can turn into a machete spear. The next time we pick up some wood. Let's get some more AP back. And then we'll go up for the stick. We can get sticks by breaking planks in half. I'm not going to lose anything because I've got 9.4. I'm going to get 10.3, so that's 19.7. So I'm just going to pass the turn. Because the longer you move, the cheaper it becomes. Let's go to that corner then, see if it uncovers everything it does. Oh, we got some crops. That's good. I'm not going to turn down food. 5 carrots. And because we need the hydration and we are taking damage, I'm just going to eat them. And if you look at my AP now, we're going to gain 0.5 health the next turn. So that's good. We start recovering some of that loss. Was that a bone needle as well? And oh, that's very nice. I don't need to craft any needles anytime soon. And talking of crafting, let's look at that flag again. So I do want to try and build them as soon as I can. So I need to break down 2... So I need 7 rags, basically. I've got 1. And a wooden needle there. Might as well collect it. Okay, we need some AP. And this will uncover all the blackness around here. Let's try the door. On the next turn, so I'll need some AP. Okay, it's locked. So let's try the window. You have to be careful when we're going for windows because you can get sprains. Some nuts, I can eat those, and a couple of more spanners. Now, I've got 3 spanners on me at the moment. I don't need 3 spanners. That's 92i, so I can break down both these. Cuts down a bit of weight on me as well, because we are at 1.4. That's actually quite a good weapon. I don't really want to break that down, but I do have to pay attention to how much weight I'm carrying. It's because we haven't really had any combat yet. Normally I'll be using weapons left, right. Okay, so that's fine. We need to find some water still. So let's come down to this door here. And that looks like the kitchen below me, because you can see the kitchen cabinets. There will be a point where I won't be taking planks, but right at this point, that's not that time. An axe, that's a very good weapon, and a guidebook for electronic stores. I think I want to come into here next, but I can't do anything until I can get some AP. And we just got to hope there's some water in the kitchen. Brilliant. We ask and we get. That will take our health back up to top. Pass a turn. Okay, that's one problem we've got at the moment, is we've got nothing reducing our weight. Fanny pack will help that. We are up to 1.6, but we need a backpack or a shoulder bag or something. I could break down things like the fire extinguishers, because we have got other good weapons up here. I don't want to break down any of the tools I've got. Hammers, axes are all very, very useful. We could cut the planks down to 2. Or we could craft it into something. I mean, I could just make the machete spear now. But yeah, I could do with some more combat, really. Normally you want to keep away from combat. This one I don't want to. And unfortunately, this is going a lot slower than I really want to. Now, where the couch is, there's broken doors, so that's not a good... There's broken windows in here. That door has a bit of HP, that door as well. So I think I'm going to have to keep in here tonight. You don't want to keep up this corner here, because if a zombie comes onto this tile, then you're blocked. So never block yourself in a position like that. Okay, second fanny pack. It's not the greatest, but it's better than nothing. Still at 1.6 AP. And we've already been round the outside, so we know there's no cars, and I'm not going to plant anything this early in the game. What have we got? Agility, that's nice. And I'm not going to take recipe books, I've already knows. Yeah, and I definitely need a torch, so that's good. We could use them as burning items. Edge strike book. Very nice, that's more damage. So where I really want to stand is there. And I think I am going to... I don't normally do this. But I'm going to reinforce both these just while I've got some extra planks on me. I don't need all that weight on me, so my weight now is down to 1.5 AP a move. And then what I'll do is set up... What was the long machete spear? It needed 4 planks. That's fine, we can just do a normal spear. And then when I craft that, that will cut down our weight even more. So unfortunately, I'm not making as much progress as I want, but with one person, this is to be expected. So each one of them doors now has 24. So it'll take a very big zombie to take them out in one. That one's a bit weaker, but again, I'm not standing right next to it. I'm standing a bit away from it. I could actually move up to that corner there, and then I'm not immediately next to a door. So again, going to do the same as usual. Repair gear, read some books. We can't do anything with our food and water, but it's alright for tonight. We won't be taking damage, and we're back up to 20 health. So yeah, I'll bring you back in the morning unless something happens overnight. Okay, welcome back. It's 5 o'clock. We've just woke up. I just come to a realisation. Because we're not going to have any other companions with us, and because we're going to kill everybody at the trading houses, there's no worth me keeping stuff that's going to be trade value. So as soon as I've read it, I'm just going to bin the books. We're about a third of the way into that book. We've crafted a second spear. And also, if we're not going to be doing trading houses, I might be able to just dump these drugs, but they only weigh 0.1. We could take a soft drink. And we have some water there, so we'll take that. But we're going to keep the bottles just in case I need to fill them up at a park. And I think I'm just going to take that for the moment. We'll keep the seeds just in case we do grow something later. Is there anything else I don't need here? Not really. Everything else I think is good. Got our AP down to 1.4, so that's good. Also, overnight when I was searching on the book, we've got 2 other house locations I've searched with the street map. We also learnt all the restaurants and all the electronic stores on the map. So I've dumped them books as well. So again, a lot of it is all congregated up in the north mainly more than the south. So yeah, what we're going to do is... It would be nice to get to this restaurant, but I don't want to go over tiles I've already visited unless I'm dropping a flag there. So as you see, you have got a little flag marker for anything you've done. So what I want to do is go up to fresh houses. Because again, we need water, we need food. So yeah, we're going to go up to this house. And then if there's a link here, then we'll take this house and then go down and go round the items. And then we'll just come back to these later on. Anything that shows us visited, we know it's going to be ready for a flag then. If I've not left a note. We're going to be going out at 6, so I'm going to move up to the door. And we're going to get 12 AP, so that's perfect. We'll be on 20 AP on the next turn. Our energy and our morale is high, so we are gaining more health because of that. So which way was we leaving? It was, I think it was out the north, wasn't it? Yep, out the north. So that top corner. Okay, there is a big boy there. It's a nimble. Yeah, 2.6. Let's go for the cheapest metal. Oh, 2 more up there as well. I might be able to take them all out, but I've got weapons. But at the moment, I've got no proficiency with them. I mean, an axe might be able to take you out. I need to collect that cloth, but I need to kill... Oh. And again, we want to kill the big guys because they do drop a lot of stuff. We will be using guns, but much later on. One hit with that, and we do one hit with the machete because I do want to get this down low enough and make it into a machete spear. And then we're blocking up the entrance so nobody else can zone through. That actually worked out pretty good. We're now up to 4 rags. What did we need for the flag? It was 5, wasn't it? I can get it. I'm pretty... no, it would be 5. It was 7 rags I needed. So yeah, we can't put a rag down here. And we have searched everything. I'm pretty confident on that. And that was just the stuff we dumped. And if we do find drugs for, like, morale and energy, I might just take them. Don't need to take that yet because I lose 1, so I'll be gaining 0.5. Yeah, I need to wait for another, until that gets down to at least 21 before otherwise I'll waste it. Going for the zone, but I haven't got much to react on the other side, so good job, but there's no zombies near. I do have an emergency 2 energy drinks there I can use, and you can stack as many of them up as you need on a turn to get you out of trouble, where the injections, you can only use 1 because it'll give you headaches and stuff like that. So let's get some AP back. How are we doing with sticks? I think I'm going to still pick up all the sticks. I'll pick up the stone because we can make them into stone knives if we need to. And I think this time I'm just going to go straight into the building. There is a zombie down there, he can't get to me, so that's fine. And we need some more AP to do anything. Alarm clock is pretty good because even if we're out max energy, we can set the alarm clock to wake us up at a certain time. If you haven't got that, then you can't have that option. I think I need to come down here, which would be 4, and then I've got 4 to take him out in. I'd rather have just took all that at the same time, but... we're getting very good on bone needles with this run. So let's start with the axe. Now, I don't really want that axe to break. But it's just I was nearly out of AP and I couldn't afford a loss. Is that window? Yeah, it's got quite a bit of HP, so let's come down and get the cloth. We might be able to put a flag at this location. We're doing pretty good. Let's pass the turn. And I think I'm going to do that now. Get the thread ready. And then we just need 2 more rags. So we just got to hope there's some more zombies around here. Is that the 4th? No, that's 1. So I need 4 planks to make that machete spear. And we got some batteries so I can make a makeshift lighter. And we got some soft drinks, so we're just going to take that now. Capsate our morale gives us more AP. And it keeps our hydration satiety. And we'll use that as well. I'm going to keep the seeds for the moment, but I might end up having to eat them as well. Let's come out this way on the next turn. Again, you never want to open a door until you've got enough turn to react in case there's a zombie there. And that door, like I said, it didn't have a lot of health on it. Okay, there is a zombie at the top there. We did pick up some gloves, so we can search that. And we're already up to the 2nd level. Now, I'd love to go in my material saver. It will save us with the amount of stuff we need to craft the flags. But skillful search is so good. Every single item I check, there's normally about 10 items on a map to check. Each one will save me 0.5 AP. So every map tile I'm going to, I'm saving about 5 AP. Familiar Hunger would be really good as well. Cut down there, but skillful search I have to take. So now instead of 2 each, and again we can break these down with the axe, that's why I don't want the axe to go if we desperately needed planks. So if you go into your experience, you will see the skillful search stacks up to 3 times, so you can go down to 0.5 for searching anything, which is fantastic. I've never had a run where I've got to that. Okay, 5 AP. We did pick that up. I think I'm just going to move there. I might have enough to actually open it. Jacket, sling bag, finally a bag. That's going to really help out our weight. It's not a very good bag. It's only a shoulder bag, but it's better than nothing. So we're currently at 30.5, 1.7. So we've saved about 4 kilos. Our AP is still the same. And I don't think there's a lot I can do without getting rid of good weapons. Now, I think I am going to break in these fire extinguishers. But it will have to be next turn because I've got no AP. So before we move, let's break these down because they weigh 2.7 each. If I break it into steel, they weigh 1 each. So I've just got 5.4 weight at the top there to 0.2 down here. It's took my AP down a bit. Is there anything else we've doubled up on? I mean, I've got all these needles, but again, they don't weigh much, so that's pointless. Umbrella's always good in case I'm in the rain. I could break that for scrap metal and electronic parts, but we're doing pretty good on that. We could actually make the makeshift lighter. We've got the... Actually, I'd rather have an electronic part to make that and not use the scrap because the scrap would be good for the axes, which is there. So I need 2 more pieces of scrap or upgrade my level. So I think we're about the best we can. I mean, I could dump a load of weapons. Yeah, I don't need the lumber. Down to 1.6. Clothing. Got 2.2 there and 2.5 with defense. So that's the better of the 2. And if we do get better backpacks, then I can just break down these to get more cloth back. I think we're about as good as I can be at the moment. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything else there. We do need to keep the pot. We are nearly finished with the headstrike book. We're about 1/3 of the way through, so tonight I can get rid of that weight. Then I will probably move on to the observation and continue with that. Okay, I'm going to pass another turn just so I've got plenty of AP to go outside. So we've checked everything in here except for this room here. Let's move all the way over. And let's go on to that square, and that will uncover this. There's something there to go and check. Let's make sure we get the gloves on. So if you're ever checking these zombies, if you don't wear gloves, you will get a disease guaranteed. So the best way to do them is equip your gloves, search the item, improvised attack, very nice. So when we're using tools like crowbars, spanners, we get more out of it. And I don't think I need that second siphon pump. And then as soon as you've checked it, make sure you take the gloves straight back off. If you've got multiple pairs of gloves, you can always keep one on you. I don't need both these. That's got good enough condition. What do I get for breaking them down is my next question. So I get a scrap metal, a scrap plastic for that. No, I'm going to break that one down. Because this is just far... Again, I should have done it the other way. This weighs so much more. No, I don't. I still don't want to do that. And it would have given me the electronic part if I'd have done it that way. Can't do anything with the AP. And I am watching the time. We are up to 2 o'clock, so I need to get off this tile as quick as I can. And I do want that bandage because that's going to stop us from taking bleed damage if we get attacked. At the moment, I'm just going to eat the food when we get it. Got 6. Yeah, it's because our AP so high, that's why it's taking me a long time. If we could find a car and I can dump the stuff in. Okay, I'm not going to get the fire starter. Let's go onto that square there, just to stop anybody from zoning in. And then I can just use this a couple of times. How much is left on that machete? Okay, no more attacks. So if I can get 2 more planks, I can make that machete spear now. But I do want to go and collect that next turn. So what do we get next turn? 10.8. So I think on this turn, what I'm going to do is go around the outside. I'm not going to... Those are just terrible. I'd rather not do a fire. Now, I think we might be up to enough. No, I need 1 more. In that case... These were really good, but I'm going to find more. I've got nothing else. Yeah, I'm going to break that down. Wooden needle broke. Do I need a needle? Oh yeah, I need a needle to do these. I didn't realise that. Okay, well we've got plenty of needles. So at least it's using the least quality needles first. And then one of the bone needles are gone. I just don't want it to wreck that needle. And while we're at it, let's get that flag down. So that's the second location we've already set. Oh, we need to explore all the darkness around the area around here first. So let's go there. Do I need a glass shard? Not really. And I'm not going to move anymore because I haven't got enough AP to react. Just slow and steady at the moment. And while we're here, let's put that flag down. It should reduce the amount of zombies coming in. And then if we look at the map, we've got 2 with flags on already. Now, I was hopefully finding something out the left side, but that's not the case. So I'm going to have to go to that house next, which is the one out that side. So which room is the safest in here? That's got a reading desk. But I need to cover up the windows. That's broken, so I'd have to waste a plank. But I can break down some of this furniture because I've got the axe still. If I break down some of this furniture, it would give me wooden plank to repair that door. Because if I'm stopping in a room, again, I wouldn't like to stop in with a rotten corpse, but I haven't got the cloth to do these now. Am I going to waste AP? No, I'm going to get 11.2, so I'm going to wait until my AP's back up. 2 hours to sunset. And again, we haven't seen any zombies around, so that's fine. Can I break that down? Oh, it helped if I picked up the wood. Well, that was a bit of a waste, wasn't it? I keep forgetting it never puts it in your inventory. So there's 2 planks. 2 planks there. Go to that spot, close this door, and if I need to, I can break that down as well. I don't think I'll have enough to repair this, though, this turn. And we don't want to be blocked in, so I want to go into that corner. Let's have a look at our crafting recipe. So we should be able to make the machete spear now. No. Oh, I need thread for that, so then I can't do those at the moment. Any recipes I can make. Makeshift lighter with this. I think I'm just going to make it. Compression bandage. We could make bone glue, but we need the the fire, and that's part of the... So I would need 3 glues, 3 tapes, 3 electronic parts to make an advanced repair kit, and 2 glues, 2 tapes. We haven't picked up any tape. It's pointless us doing that at the moment. We could make lockpicks to pick doors. But no, I think I'm happy with where we are. So let's just do one search of the book. Let's see if we can get anything with a 2 around here. We can get a 2 for... Can we get a 2 for 4? 2 for 4.1, that will have to do. So we go to the house in the morning, go to the church, and we'll probably have to bed down. But we've hit the railroad, so we really want to come back down this way next. So hopefully there's a link from the church down this side. So I'm just going to do my usual stuff, read books. So we'll be reading Edge Strike, then go on to improvised attack, and then dump them books out of our inventory. But yeah, our AP is really high at the moment. We need a backpack, and we haven't got lucky with any backpacks yet. That's going to really change the run, especially, or even a duffel bag on the shoulder. That will really considerably cut that weight down. Now, I probably will end up chucking some of these planks and just keep the one. I could break them into sticks. They say 1.4 every one I break into sticks, and then we wouldn't have to pick them up. But yeah, I'll do the crafting at the night, and I'll bring you back in the morning unless something happens. Okay, and I've just brought you back. It's just turned midnight, and we finally finished the Edge Strike book. So we can dump that book now. And the next one we'll move on to improvised attack, but we're going to go to sleep now. Okay, we had a fairly quiet night. Nobody on the map at all. We are thirsty. We can't do a lot about that. Now, I do want to use some AP. So what are we getting? 12.6, so we'll be on 31. So I want to use 11 AP. Is there any more street maps I can do around this side? I'm trying to find a 2. Well, I had a 2 somewhere around there. 2 for 4.8. Yeah, let's take that. Now, I did say I wanted a link from the church, and it doesn't look like there's a link in the middle there. There's nothing. So if we go up to the church, we might have to backtrack. Otherwise, it'll be going onto the railroad, which is not nice. So yeah, it looks like there's going to be a railroad across there, linking onto that house. So the only way to get round is probably going to be round this side here. But I do want to visit the house either way. Even if we go the house, come back to here. But we set up there, so let's 12, 25, 26.2. So let's use 6 AP on this book. And that 25% edge strike we just done, that means all our attacks are going to be 25% because I only hit heads. We did get our weight down to 1.6. Again, it's not perfect. We have got 3 perfectly good spears here, so I might stop picking up the wood for a while. I would like to make that into a machete spear, though. But we just not had enough combat. Oh, I wish I'd have done the 3 times zombies now. We are taking damage because our water's gone. And I'm not going to use those for hydration. They're just too valuable. Now, we can use those for health back. We don't need to use that anytime soon. I never use painkillers. I think I'm just going to dump these. And I never use sleeping pills. So let's dump those as well. I want to keep that in case we get a gun. And I need all these tools here, especially being as though it's using these needles. Oh, actually, that's one thing I should have done last night. We need to make a bone needle. Actually, I don't want to make bone needles. I want to make wooden ones, which is going to use the sticks. Yeah, just use the one at the moment. I did break all the planks down into sticks, the way less. Okay, so where are we leaving from? I think it was out this house here. And I'm not going to be picking up that, like I said, that light was just terrible. And nobody to fight today. 8 to get through. I've got 6.9 on the other side. Yeah, I can go straight through. And we got another house with a zombie in front. If I go there for 3.3, I've got about 3 attacks to take him out. Crude arrow won't pick up. Even though we are an IDEX character and we could possibly use a bow in this run. I think I'm going to move into this corner. Because he can't get to me. And then next turn I'll have enough AP to fight him if he doesn't come to me. And I do really want to start using the spears. Because we can't use that again or it breaks, so I'm going to want to keep that. I want to keep that for the very big zombies. So being as though there's only one here, let's start building up some proficiency with this. So we're already up to 3% proficiency. And we need those rags. So which way do I want to go? Let's go this side. Don't need to pick up any more sticks. I've got enough at the moment. And we're down to 3 AP, so I need to... Yeah, we're losing 1 a turn now. 4.4 there. I've still got 5 to back off if I need to. That's fine. And the doors here, I should have just... Can break the... Oh, no, I'm not going to break the door. It takes too much AP to do that. So let's move up to that corner there. Fairly quiet, the map. If I move there, I've still got 5 to back off. And because we're taking a lot of damage, let's use one of them drugs. Let's stop where I am this turn. Now, we can use the elf drug now as well. Let's go up to that corner. Map fragment we're just going to use. We're not going to take it. Hardware store, park, and gas station are very, very important for survival. House, ×7, a church, clothing store, and the research centre. We're going to take the beer because that's going to be first. That's going to get rid of that thirsty and that 1 damage and take it in turn. And we take the tell because I'm just going to break that down now. Gives me another rag. And let's go and have a look at that map. So it's give us all round by the dangerous place. Park right next to the dangerous place and the gas station. That's a bit unlucky. We could have had a park or a gas station here. Would have really changed our run. Now, the one thing you do got to realise, if you do need fuel, you can always go to a fire station. Because the fire truck there, most of the times I've ever been there, they're normally broke, but they do have a lot of fuel in there. We don't need to take a recipe book. Pathfinder, that's a second Pathfinder book. And I don't need a second street map, so I don't need anything in there. And we've done that. Let's come down to this. Need more AP because it's costing us a lot to move. Again, I could dump a load of this stuff. I just don't think it's a good idea. And again, there's another one. I've already got a Bible and rubbing alcohol's good. It's used in Molotovs. We take that because I can break it down. And some food. I think I'm going to take that siphon pump and I'm going to break down the other siphon pump. Because that one weighs half the amount. It is a little more efficient to use. That costs 2 per AP spent. Yeah, this is a lot more efficient, but this will give me the electronic part. So I need some AP. We just need to cut down the weight as much as we can at the moment. So break down that. Can break down the hoodie. That will give me another piece of cloth. I'm tempted to just break these down because they're not doing too much for us at the moment. Because you can only have 2 weight in there. So the 2 weight, it's taking it down. So it's saving us 1 kilo. But it is adding encumbrance onto us. What am I missing for the flag? Okay, so I need to break 2 for threads and I'll still need 2 more. Yeah, just 2 more rags. And there's nothing I really can break down. Okay, well at least we've got some food and stuff to use, so let's use that now. I do need to keep that. We can eat the chocolate bar. So how much are we losing now? 0.2. So that's a lot better than it was. And we still got another 5 health we can use as well. Let's go up to the door, but we won't open it until next turn. And then, where are we going off this map? We could go to... Oh, I do need to do a search of that. But let's open the door first, make sure there's not a zombie we've got to fight. No, that's fine. Gotta take gas cans. And I think I'm just going to have to be drunk. We could make the Molotov. I know I don't really use them until certain zones. I could get rid of the heavy bottle. Ah, no, we use rags. So no, not doing that yet. The rags are more important for us. We can break that down to wood if we need to. Oh, we do. Do I need the planks? No, I'm going to leave the plank for the moment. Rotten lettuce. Now, we could take the rotten stuff, because they could be very useful if we find a park. Actually, no, I'm going to leave the lettuce because it just doesn't weigh enough. Let's eat the carrot, eat the tomato, eat the powdered milk, and then drink the water. So now we're gaining 0.7. So again, we haven't got to take that drug now. And we're leaving to the unidentified place, which I need to go next turn and read the book now. Find out what it is. Because if it's a railway, then I won't be going that way. Get 2 for 4.7. Railroad library. So yeah, we've got to go up to the church. I'm not going on to the railroad yet. And we've got enough books to read. I don't need to go back to the library for books yet. We've got 6 hours, so I've got time to get to the library and clear it. So the church. So we've got to go out that side of the next turn, so I can get there for 7.5. But let's just get some AP in case there's somebody zoned in, because we are drunk. So that will affect our accuracy at the moment. And again, a car is really useful because you can just dump all your stuff in the car, be bare minimum on you, just to fight that zone, and then just take the car to the next tile. So finding a car early is really important. We didn't have enough... No, we didn't have enough rags, so I'd have to break down my pillow and my sling bag for me to get enough to do the flag on here. Unfortunately, none of these can break down into... I never checked the map fragment. Maybe that could break down to cloth. She's going to take us 10 to move through. We're not going to overcap, so that's fine. I think it says... Yeah, because we're drunk, we're losing 1 less AP a turn. Not ideal. Should only last a couple of turns. There's some clean water there, so that's a must. And some rags down there. I would like to just get into the church. Keep that water up at the moment. What am I getting next turn? 9.8. The drunk should be off pretty soon. 3 hours to secure this place. So let's go inside. There's a back room over here. That's where I want to try and go. You can search every one of these, but you don't get a lot. So I think I want to go up to there, search this, and then go and search in that room. Secure it for the night. So let's just take everything this time. Eat that. Learn the map fragment, see what we can find. Another park. Fire station. We was talking about fire stations are good for fuel. And 7 houses. And then before we go anywhere else, I want to see, can I break down that map fragment into cloth? No. In that case, let's just dump that on the floor. And then we want to look at our map. Where have we got? Very nice. So we do have a park within reach, if I can find it. House Park. So I think that's where I really want to be going to first. Fire station next to it. Those are really good locations. Shame there wasn't a second gas station over this side, because that's really what I want to find. So when we do find a car, we got a plan of how much fuel I need to get the car to the gas station. I've only got 5.5 and we are still that drunk, so that should be coming off this turn. No, it's still not off. Let's go into this room, secure it. Now, unfortunately, did I pick up any planks? No, I didn't. Oh, that's not good, is it? 5 to there, 4.9 to there. Reason I need a plank, I've just noticed one of the windows broke up the corner. But I'm not going to go up there this turn. There's a lot of windows in here, unfortunately. And another level up already. Now, survival cooking would be useful if we do find ingredients, but at the moment that's not a problem. Less morale. I think we've just got to go start putting some into the less for the flag. So what does it cost to make a flag now? It's now down to 4 rags, so that's great. We've got 2 on us currently. 3 on the window there. But I'm going to have to cover these and then collect them in the morning. Don't have enough to go there, and I'm just a bit worried in case I go there, I might be able to, a zombie might see me. And I do need to close that door. Which, oh, that door's broken as well. Well, that's not good. And this is why I always like to keep planks on me. Ah, we got no AP. I want to get in this corner and out of it as well, as quick as possible. Don't need the Bible. We will see if we can break it down. I don't think you can. No, I didn't think they would put that into the game. That's it. I want to keep 1 Bible on me at least. I'm going to search everything in here. Finally. The best backpack in the game. Oh, that's going to change everything. So currently, we're currently 26.8 and 1.7. 11.3. Just say 15 kilos and 0.4 AP a move. That is fantastic. And if you look at the weight, the backpack is nearly full. The sling bag's not doing anything at the moment. And these sling bags are not really that great. So I am going to demolish that. Gives me some thread back. When we take it off the windows in the morning, I can put a flag down here so we don't have to come back. But yeah, that's just a fantastic find. An hiking backpack on your back and a duffel bag on your shoulder. You're set for a run. Even me, when I'm going to craft that needle. Gate out the way. Did we actually search that? Yeah, we'd searched that already. We'll take the novel because it's better for the morale than the Bible is for us. And a medicine, again, in case we start taking damage. Fresh corn. Body armor. Now, they are really good and they're very good trade items, but I just don't think we've got the weight to deal with that. Guidebook for gas stations is really good. Fortunately, we haven't got that much time left. Let's go 1 more turn. And let's try and find out where that last 2 gas stations are. And we've learnt all the gas stations, so that can be chucked. And we will be sleeping after this turn. Let's see where all the gas stations are on the map. One up in the far left-hand corner. And there's a gas station here, which isn't that bad, but we just got to cross the... So again, at least we know where they are as soon as we get a car, which is good, because they're about equal distance away from each other, as best as they can be. So that means if you do get a car, you can normally go from this gas station to this gas station, and then from this gas station to this gas station. You probably need 2 or 3 gas cans as well to be able to cover that distance. But yeah, that's a great find to find all the gas stations on the map. So let's sleep for the night, and I'll bring you back in the morning unless something happens. And welcome back. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and our energy's already max. So let's eat whatever we got. We could have cooked these stuff. But at the moment, let's just eat it. We haven't got the lighters and stuff for the food yet. So all our water's gone now. And all our food's gone. I will eat that if things get desperate, but we're good at the moment. Let's craft that up. Get that out of the way. Anything else I want to craft before... We can't do the flag until we can take the cloth off the windows, and that's going to be at 6 o'clock. Okay, in that case, let's get the clothes stores. They're not the most important one. I just want to get the guidebook out of our bag. And then we can go on the more useful stuff. Okay, we've learnt all those. Is there anything we can find local to us that's worth... There's a 1 there. 1 for 4, yeah, we'll take it. It's probably another railroad. No, it's another house, so the railroad comes up here. Because it's got to come for that path there. Oh no, the railroad's here. So there'll be a railroad link in the middle there. So that's nice. But unfortunately, we've got no link here. It's all zeros all the way across here. So for us to get across there, we've got to cross the railroad. Again, I'm not that scared of railroads. They're not that bad. And I think we've got some pliers on us, haven't we? We do have some pliers as well now. Okay, so let's read some books just for a couple hours. See if we can finish the improvised attack. I'm actually considering chucking the Bible. Because we've got a novel there and it's going to do... Oh, actually, no, we've... Oh, because we're in a church. We get a double AP in a church. But yeah, I still think I'm going to put the Bible down. It weighs quite a bit. We can't do anything with the Molotovs yet because the cloths are more important to us to make the flags. So yeah, let's continue on with the improvised attack. Now I want to make sure at 6 o'clock I have enough AP with 20 just to go around and collect all this stuff and leave the tile. Do need to cover all these dark areas if we want to put a flag down here. Which I do feel I want to because there's nothing special in here. There's a couple of bits of wood and stuff we haven't collected. And we haven't searched these, but you don't get a lot of good stuff normally from the pews. So what are we getting next turn? 11. So I want to spend about 4 AP. So let's move 1. That'll be 22. So I want to spend 3 AP this turn. And then next turn it's light. Let's uncover all the windows. Move to the door. Just make sure I did collect all these cabinets. Yep, done them all. And we want to craft that flag. Bone needle broke, that's fine. We've made a wooden needle. Which is telling me it's using the wooden needle. I just don't want it to use the really good needle. Don't have enough AP to do anything. There is a zombie at the top up here. Which means I can get more cloth. How far can you go? So if I go to that square there, you can get right in front of me. We are cold. Do I really want to be carrying that round with me? It weighs 3. So what are we at? 12.3 and 1.4. No, I think I'm going to chuck the body armour away. I'd rather avoid the combat than negate it. And I'm going to pass a turn. So we're going to use 1 AP. Again, never want to waste my AP. I always want to use it on something. He should come to me. Oh no, he didn't. Okay. I still want to go to him. So let's go to that square there. Oh, there's a few there. Okay, so we do... I can't really afford to use the axe, so I'm going to have to use this and back up. Nice crit there. Soldier. Soldier, I'm just looking at the movement. So I will need to get back to that square there for 3.1. So I've got the attention of both these. So how much? 3.6 to go back there, so I've got about 10 AP to spend on fighting this guy. Unfortunately, we've got a nice crit there. I'm paying extreme attention to my AP amounts. Just make sure I need to get to that square, 3.6. I've got one more attack and it should kill him. And then I want to move there and let this guy come to me. Now, he did drop a gun, which I will go back for in a bit. Because I need to uncover the darkness up in this corner, and then we need to do the same for the bottom. Okay, apparently he didn't see me. So again, we're just going to move in again. Pay attention to where we need to go to. So I need to get to this square, which is 3.8. So that doesn't give me a lot to attack. I've got about 3 attacks on him. Okay, missed the last shot. So I'm going to have to come back to here. Have we got any drugs that we could get some morale back? No. Could get the water up. So we're out of water again. And we're out of food again. Let this guy come to me. Okay, he didn't come to me, so I'm going to go safe then in this case. Don't think I need the glass shard, but I will come down for the flashlight. If it lets me... Oh, right there, just use the G command, it's easier. Okay, that's broken, that's not. I'm not going to worry about fixing stuff. I could get my electronic part by breaking that down. So I'm going to do that. Because that will allow me to make the makeshift light if I need to. Now there is a zombie in the house there. I didn't quite catch which one he was. Bone needle down there, we will pick it up even if it's a low condition. Because we now found that flags take the condition from your needles. Let's go up to that square to see if this guy sees me. He doesn't. And I was hoping to uncover them too. Okay, let's get some AP. Let's go and take this guy out. He's going to break the spear. That will take some of the weight off our inventory. Like I said, I could have just dumped the spear on the floor, but again, down 1.3, 10.4. And the bag's still got 4 kilos in there. Well, I don't know where that guy went. But yeah, going to pick up the rifle. Is there any rifle parts I've got to put on? And that's only compatible with a pistol. I do like my shotguns as the best weapons. Can we put the flag down? Or do I need to kill all the zombies? I don't know. Okay, we've set this. So if you look on the map, that's our third one already done. As you see, there's a lot of locations. So it's not the fastest run, but if you can get a car and move, then you can save a lot of AP. And if you get a lot of zombies to fight, that means you get loads of cloth, so then you get easier to make. And then when we get our level 3 skill, then it's also cheaper to make. But again, I'm interested to fight the trading houses in this one. So I'm really excited for that because I've not done that yet. And I'm guessing that I'm going to have guns and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be the easiest fight in the world. I think we need to get safe to the house. Let's move over there just so I've got visibility of the top corners and the bottom. So I need 6.6 to get there. 9 to get through, so I won't be able to get through this turn. Was a bit of a risk to go as far as that in one turn. So 9 to get through. I can't do this turn, and I'm not going to overcap. Now, unfortunately, this is an house we've already been to. We've already got our flag there. And we need to go out the safe, is it? Yeah, out the safe to another house we've already visited as well, just to get to this, because all this is blocked off by the railroad. I should have gone through the railroad, really. 8.2 to get there, but it would give me nothing to react. So I'd rather play it safe. Let's use 2 AP on a book. And we are a good way to making the next flag already. We'll need to break down some more cloth for thread, but we've already got a couple of rags. And again, it's already 4 o'clock on the following day. Because we've put flags down at these, there shouldn't have that many zombies on there. Need 9 to get through. I could get through, but again, I'm going to play it a little bit safe. Spend 3 AP and then go through the next turn. Now, we didn't build a flag at this location. We might be able to this time. Where would be the location out of here? So we'd want to go out the house and then to the restaurant. So I think this room is probably the best one to secure. That does have a reading desk, but there's just so many windows in here. I could actually stop there and then just cover 2 windows. Or stop in this corner and then just cover that 1 window. I'd have to cover 2 windows in that room as well. Make sure nobody's in the property. They're not. It looks fairly... There is 1 zombie to the south there. But I've got no AP. He has seen me, so I am going to go out and fight him. Again, good source of cloth. Don't have a lot of AP, so I need to pay attention to... I've got 2 more attacks. Okay, I got a nice crit there at the end. Rubbing alcohol again. Another one that's good for making Molotovs. We want to close there, cover that. And there's no zombies up here, so let's cover that. And this window, nobody can see us over this side. And the 2 doors to get through there. So if we move down to this corner here next turn, we're fairly safe. Now, unfortunately, because this is a zone we've already checked, there's not going to be a lot here for us. We could break down these to get some, which I might actually do. We've got the machete we want to make into a better weapon. I would need 4 planks. 1, 2, 3, but it might kill my axe. That's what I'm a bit worried about. Because I can use axes to break down furniture. Actually, we'd only need to break down 2. The axe broken before we can do it, but we did get 2 planks. And I don't think we've got enough parts to make an axe yet. I would just need one more scrap metal. So is there anything I can break down what I don't need? Again, we don't want to break down that because we need it. We can't break down that. Could break down pliers. It will give me a scrap metal. You only really need pliers if you're on a railroad. And using 2 sticks, yeah, that's good. We've got plenty of sticks. I think that's a great place to call the first episode. Managed to get 5 days in. That's more than I thought I was going to get in the first episode. And this is going to be a bit of a long run, but I will try and do as much editing as I can just to keep it more interesting. Like I said, really excited to go and fight the trading houses. That's what I'm really looking forward to because I've not done it since 1.1 update. Thank you very much everybody for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode.